Hello, and thank you for joining us on this pre-recorded documentary in which we cannot respond to your comments. So please, feel free to trash talk during the video. Not really. That would be mean and hurt our feelings. Anyways, prepare yourselves and join us on this ecology-based journey through one of this biosphere's greatest nature-inhabited places in all of southern coastal California and some other places in the southern U.S. An ecosystem with its own unique communities of different populations of plant and animal species. An ecosystem with shrubs. An ecosystem with more shrubs. An ecosystem with a Mediterranean climate, meaning mild to wet winters and hot, dry summers, known as a shrubland biome. Make sure to put on your bug/fireproof spray, because this place is hot. Seriously though, the plants there are highly flammable, so put the spray on. Anyways, please sit back, relax, and prepare to take some hardcore notes as we explore the Chaparral ecosystem.
The pioneer species of the chaparral is the Lysthenia glabrata goldfields. The goldfields tend to be a pioneer species for bad habitats, and let me tell you, the chaparral is a bad habitat. It came after primary succession, which led to the chaparral's land turning into what we currently know it as, a boring land of shrubs. However, it seems that no secondary succession has occurred, even with all the fires. It has stayed a shrubland ecosystem.
Many animals have made the chaparral their habitat. To begin, there is the black-tailed jackrabbit, and contrary to popular belief, it is actually a hare rather than a rabbit. They live in open spaces and burrow in dirt, making the ground an avionic factor because it serves as a home for the rabbit to live in. They are herbivores, meaning that they eat plants, which also makes them consumers because they eat the producers who create their food. The producers they eat, such as grass and weeds, get their nutrients from the sun, because sunlight is a main source of energy for all life on Earth, and moves in one direction through our ecosystem. This means that the energy goes from the sun to the producers. Then, when things like the jackrabbit eat the producers, the energy moves to them. After something eats the jackrabbit, the energy moves to them, going onward, sharing and using energy until the top of the food chain dies, and the decomposers, such as mushrooms and other fungi, take what biomass is left and return it into elements and nutrients that go into the ground. Going off of that, nutrients are essential to the lives of people, animal, plants, and all of the living organisms alike. They help in growth, feeding, healing wounds, and breathing. Nutrients like carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen are nutrients that many organisms need to survive. To begin, watch as the puma, a local inhabitant of the shrublands, goes out on its evening hunt for a meal. This innocent black-tailed jackrabbit sits, eating its natural forest carrot, unaware of the tremendous meal that is about to be placed in it. During energy consumption, there's a certain rule known as the 10% energy rule. This means that say a plant had 1,000 joules from the sun and a jackrabbit ate it, the rabbit would only get 100 joules, and whatever ate the jackrabbit would only get 10 joules, and so on. Next, there are such things in life known as the C cycle and the N cycle. The C cycle, also known as the carbon cycle, is the cycle of humans breathing in oxygen and breathing out carbon dioxide. The trees create oxygen through the process of photosynthesis with glucose and release the oxygen into the air. The trees also take the carbon dioxide that we breathe out and use it in photosynthesis to help create the oxygen we breathe in, and this moves in a circle and is known thusly as the C cycle or the carbon cycle.
Can I go now? Oh, okay. Chaparral area is found in some really popular places like LA, Mediterranean, Southern Africa, and it's being inhabited by a bunch of humans, and they keep coming in, so lack of immigration of animals, there's like a huge population density. Yeah, it's like bad. Like good going humans.
Following this is the nitrogen or N cycle, which begins with nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation is when nitrogen from the atmosphere is fixed, for lack of a better term, to be used by plants. Fun fact, it sometimes occurs in lightning strikes, but mostly free-living symbiotic bacteria known as disotrophs are what cause it. Then there is assimilation. Assimilation is when plants take nitrogen from the soil through their roots. After that is ammonification, in which after the plant or animal dies, the nitrogen is turned organic and the fungi convert it back to ammonium. Then is nitrification, which is a conversion of ammonium to nitrate. Afterwards comes denitrification. Denitrification is when nitrates are taken and converted into largely inert nitrogen gas.
The abiotic and biotic factors of the chapter are home to many different relationships between the animals. The first of these relationships is symbiosis. This is an act of symbiosis because the cactus transfers the cactus seed, and the cactus serves as a home for the ground.
The next relationship is mutualism. An example of mutualism in the chaparral is the tree and the grasshopper. The hopper benefits from staying in the tree while the tree gains no benefit from the hopper, which is also commensalism. Finally, for parasitism, the gray fox and the wren. The wren is eaten by the fox and feeds the fox, but in return gives its life.
The chaparral ecosystem has, to say the least, one of the most impressively basic food webs ever. The producers are very interesting. They consist of cacti, sagebrush, grass, and seeds. Moving on, the consumers include wild goat, jackrabbit, termite, and grasshopper, which are all herbivores. And for those of you that are a little slower, that means they eat plants. The next trophic level in the chaparral food web consists of secondary consumers, and they are things such as the carnivorous skunk and the insectivorous aardwolf and the cactus worm. The next and final stage is the tertiary consumers. These consist of the carnivorous puma and gray fox, which are biotic factors because they perform predation on the trophic levels below them by eating them.
Currently, the chaparral is not doing so hot with all the human migration and animals that have not moved. This has led to the chaparral's exponential growth to go beyond its logistic growth, and has made it exceed the chaparral's carrying capacity, causing trouble supporting all of its animals.
Humans are also now credited for being responsible for desertification in the chaparral. Because of its dry climate, fires are able to be started easily, and humans have burnt down many shrubs and other renewable resources that can grow back, but can be a limiting factor because it can lead to the animals to not have any homes and to not be able to live like they normally would. Or it can be a limiting nutrient, leading the animals to not be able to eat and survive. Also, humans litter. This litter can be a pollutant that can kill some of the animals or destroy their habitats. We humans can also cause biomagnification by using harmful chemicals that pass along to animals unknowingly. The animals continue living their normal lives, performing their specific natural niches, and pass this harmful chemical along to other animals.
But on the bright side, humans aren't harnessing any non-renewable resources. Finally, humans are also credited with the excess amounts of carbon dioxide, methane gas, and water vapor that has got caught in the ozone layer. They absorb the sun's heat and float around us and the ozone layer. This has led to global warming, not just in the chaparral, but all around the world. Hey, but on the bright side, us humans aren't harnessing any non-renewable resources from the chaparral.